Welcome to the rundown. This your boy AP and my boy Uncle Money. Happy New Year's, New Year's and no rundown. We've been enjoying the holidays like everybody else. We had to take a break, recoup, revamp. But there's some good news that's coming on, and we're gonna talk about it. Uncle Money bringing up some new topics for us, and y'all been emailing us, doing the Discord and all this other stuff on social media. So we're gonna just on run down that for you. You know what we do because we back at it again for the new year.
Yeah, for sure, man. We hope y'all had a good Christmas and a good old New Year. That's why we all been away the holidays. But yeah, it's a new year, and AP and Uncle Money, we are back. And I was on the gram, and I found out some interesting news that Rampage Jackson and Rashad Evans are going to run it back, but this time they're going to run it back in the boxing ring. So for those that don't know, Rampage Jackson and Rashad Evans, they go way back to like 2000 like 2008, 2009 ish. I remember this like it was yesterday. Rampage had fought Keith Jardine. Keith Jardine was a partner of Rashad Evans. Rampage beat Keith Jardine. And after Rampage won, he was talking about getting his light heavyweight championship back. Let's just go y'all how old I am, because I remember all this stuff. He's talking about getting his lightweight championship back. Then Rashad Evans in a nice suit comes into the cage and they start going back and forth, talking trash, da da da. Then Rampage ended it with, "There's gonna be some black on black crowd." And then to make it even more hype, these two were on the Ultimate Fighter. This was, the most highly anticipated Ultimate Fighter because Rampage, Rashad, they hate each other so much, man. They really, really hated each other, and the heat in the show was legit. So you got these two polarizing figures, and on top of that, Kimbo Slice was a contestant on there to make it even crazier. Then after the Ultimate Fighter, the fight didn't happen because Rampage went to go film A-Team. But then the fight eventually happened like a year or so later. Rashad beat Rampage. Wasn't really an entertaining fight, and they cool now, they friends, but Rampage has been talking about getting his lick back for a while, and now they finally get the lick back in boxing because Rampage, he's always said that he wanted to have a boxing fight. But we're in this era now where a lot of these retired MMA fighters are going into boxing, and also not only that, but just a lot of these spectacles with the misfit fighting. But AP, how do you feel about you being a boxing purist, right? Because a lot of purists have these opinions of this. I'm both a purist and I like the buffoonery of it. But how do you feel as a purist seeing these two retired old ass MMA fighters getting into the boxing ring?
Well, we have two grandpas compared to the sport, fighting. I feel like really it's just to get a paycheck. Uh, it's a spectacle, it's a paycheck. It, if if they bring say known boxers on the undercard, I'm okay with it, just to put some spotlight on boxing. But they know there's money out there. I mean, I can't hurt. Before I was feeling some type of way. Now people just trying to get the bag, and boxers right now are not making the fights we want to happen, or they're just all these politics and all this other stuff. I don't feel like this, or I deserve this, and all that. That really, I mean, they're giving the sport to other people. Be honest with you. I mean, I've seen, we're not getting the fights. The fans are not getting the fights they want for boxing, and there other people are stepping up and giving a spectacle to make some money. And this is taking really not taking the eyes off of boxing, but it's not putting the respect on boxers and like how they should be. Like if you have a say like Jake Paul, for instance, like Jake Paul undisputed is a 80 overall, and it really is not showing people who boxed all their lives like how good they really are. They think that anybody can jump into the boxing ring and be great. And some people, there's rare occasions, but it's his boxer's fault. So I don't have a problem with this, because if boxers start doing what they need to do and start getting out their feelings, we wouldn't really care about the Rampage Jackson and the Rashad Evans fight.
I can respect that.
But since people want to see boxing, people like boxing. That's what I can say. People like boxing, just don't like the sport of
Yeah,
boxing. That's
makes
basically what it
sense.
is.
like as humans, we like to see people beat each other up. I mean, that it's been going back since the Roman times. Like you said, we love to see people fight, but what AP means we hate the sport. We just hate the politics of it and all the business side and everything in it. That's screwed up boxing. And this is the thing. We know that this is not going to be a high level boxing match. Just like AP and myself knew that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson wasn't going to be a high level boxing match. Y'all thought it was because y'all are idiots, but we knew it wasn't going to be a high level boxing match. But the difference is the name. That's why Rampage Jackson is a big name. Rashad Evans is a big name, especially in MMA. Now, maybe like in other avenues, people probably don't know. Like Rampage talked about this, like how he's not a celebrity, but he is a celebrity. But those are big names. If you like, we had Nate Diaz fight Jake. Those are big names. So Rampage and Rashad is a big name, and they have history. So
Yeah,
regardless, this
people are
is
gonna
not going to
watch
be
it.
a it's not going to be a high level boxing match. But people want to see it. At the end of the day, if you can build a name for yourself and build a brand, it doesn't matter how high level it is. People gonna tune in for it.
Yeah, like the old MMA fans are going to look, or even today's MMA fans are going to look at them box, and then boxer fans, purist boxers, going to watch it just because it's boxing, and people who just like boxing. But the sport of boxing is starting to become. It's like this. Like we used to know that like a boxer's not going to go become an MMA fighter. Like we just know that because he's going, or you didn't think um a YouTuber would be a great MMA fighter because you get your ass whooped. And we had those standards, but now people are just doing it for the money. Like, and it's like it's just not. It's making people think that it's that easy, but it's not. It's just what it
No,
is, and
you
and
make
it's
a
not
good
going to
point
be.
because
It's
like
not.
you don't see a lot of these guys. Well, I could say you don't see these guys hopping in MMA, but at the same time, there's no money. But the only type of people, well, we've seen some people hop into MMA, CM Punk, for example, and we saw how that lasted for CM Punk. Guys like Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley, they were able to do it because of their collegiate wrestling background. Batista tried it, I wasn't impressed, but most of the time you see these guys go into boxing. And truth be told, it's everyone knows how to throw a. Well, I'm not going to say everyone knows how to throw a punch. There's a technique and science behind it, but everyone knows how to punch. That's the easiest thing. But no one knows how. But kicking and grappling, I mean, that stuff is difficult. So obviously, nature we throw punches. So that's why people can get into it. Even though they don't know what the heck they're doing.
Facts. That's absolutely facts. Um, it's just, I mean, look, as long as I guess it's something to watch. Basically,
Yeah.
something to watch. They're old. It's not like Roy Jones and Mike Tyson. It's not going to give great numbers like that, but it's going to, get somebody something to watch. They might have somebody on the undercard that we know as a boxer. Um, but hey, get this bag, man. I mean, right now,
Yeah.
that's what you need to do. Like, if MMA would have paid
Get
them,
the
they
vote.
wouldn't have to worry about this bag. You know, you're not gonna get a big bag at MMA. You know, you're gonna get like maybe like 1-2 million. In the boxing, you at least gonna get at least 10, like just for
Mm.
the name sake. So
Right.
yeah, I mean,
You
I
you
got it.
you're
I
right
get it.
about that. You're right about that. Boxing, they get the MMA. They don't really get the bag like that, man.
Mhm.
Not like the top boxers.
Yeah, unlike Francis Ngannou, he left UFC, got that bag in MMA though.
Got that Saudi money, man.
Mhm.